All right, quick update. I have been busy, lots of welding, and I'm pretty pleased where I'm at with the car right now. Huge milestone. It is off that table and on the rotisserie. And boy, it is so much easier getting in, welding this stuff without being underneath it. So I'm doing lots of seam welding. I have to remove these bump stops so the Watts link can fit. I've welded almost everything that I can see that needed a little extra welding here and there. Didn't realize the car would be so heavy to turn. Had to get a buddy of mine to help, but we did it. It's no problem. It's locked in. It's going really well. I watched a video earlier today on the Mustangs to Fear YouTube about how to do these mini tubs. I'll have to pull those out, both sides, get the mini tubs in, and then the closeout panels for the front. And I'm not sure exactly. I haven't thought about it that much. If I want to build a rolling dolly for this, I think I'm going to hang the suspension and rear end while it's on the rotisserie. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I actually blew out the seals for my lift because that's how I got the car off of the table. Was I used my lift to pick it up so I could mount the rotisserie because it was so high the rotisserie couldn't reach the car. So I'm not 100% sure yet. I need to rebuild those seals on the max jacks anyway, and then I could hang the suspension and stuff. Still, I'm not there yet, but I'm always thinking ahead. But otherwise, you know, the whole rear of the car is all welded up. Just have to do a couple of welds here in the wheelhouse. I didn't feel like doing those, you know, being underneath the car. Valence fits pretty good. I'll have to do a little trimming and a little hammering here and there to get it to fit better, but I'm okay with how it fits. I'm also going to do some trimming along here, both sides, just to get everything nice so they match and flush. It's my assistant. Hey. It's pretty amazing though, seeing it up on the side like this. And the other reason I got it off the table is I just couldn't do the roof with it being so high. I just didn't feel comfortable with it. Gives it some really cool perspective seeing it like this. I still have to weld in the drip rail channels here, both sides, put the roof on, get it welded. I also need to weld in, it's just welded on the edges here, this center section. I didn't weld any of this because the mini tubs are going to go here, and I know I'm going to have to cut into that, so I'll weld that later. Also the brackets and so forth. I'm pretty happy with it so far. It's really coming along. So I thought this was worth mentioning too. Had a great conversation with Barry from Joe Daddy Garage. Great channel, you guys should check it out. A lot of really helpful videos on there. So he was encountering the same issue I had with these NPD quarters, okay? I've removed the bump that was here, okay? But they had this notch in them. It was maybe 1/8 of an inch, both sides. His had that too. Now he also did a video where he compared NPD quarters to some other skins to Dynacorn, and Dynacorn had that lip, but it was much less. So we both believe it's just a defect from tooling. And really the quickest fix was what I did here. I just cut them out. I cut that notch out. When you lay the roof panel down, there's a little gap here, you know, maybe, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch. just gonna put some metal in there, weld it all up. But I thought that's worth mentioning because there's no way the top of those quarters would sit flush with that notch there. So just thought I'd mention that. You know, another thing that you learn as you go. And it's nice to corroborate a little bit.